Maybe you are going to US to visit a friend. You are going to US for tourism. You are going to US for business contract, for negotiation, just for business. You are going to US for medical treatment. You need a B-1, B-2 visa, including you are going for conference, going for religious convention. So far, as long as your visit is temporary, you are not immigrating to US to stay permanently. The type of visa you apply for is B-1, B-2 visa. This visa is very easy to get, but not all that easy. Why? Because according to US Immigration and Nationality Act, this one is to section 214B. This section says that anyone applying for non-immigrant visa is an intended immigrant. Anybody applying for US visa for temporary visit, saying you're going for work, you're going for this, to visit a friend, is intending immigrant. The person wants to stay in US permanently. All the thing the person is saying. So that is what that section says. For that reason, if you are applying for a temporary US visa, the consular officer will scrutinize you thoroughly to see, are you sure you are going to US to stay temporarily? Are you just pretending while you want to immigrate to US? That is where the hurdle lies. You're proving beyond reasonable doubt that you are not an intended immigrant, but really you are just a temporary visitor. You're making a temporary visit to US. So now you are going to prove the following to the consular officer. That the purpose of your visit is for temporary visit, like a business, pleasure, and medical treatment. This thing should be shown to the medical or to the officer in charge, that you are going to stay for a specific period of time. I'm going to US for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. You have to be specific. I'm going on 1st of January. I will return on 31st of January. Have to be specific on how long you're going to stay in US. Then, do you have fund? Do you have evidence of fund to cover your expenses? Do you have money you can use to cover your US trip? Do you have it? It must be shown. You cannot be saying you're going to US and you don't have money. What money do you have to cover your expenses? Then we will see it and believe that you are serious and not an intended immigrant. And you also should prove that you have a residence outside the US where you will return after that period of time. Do you have a residence maybe in your country? Do you have a concrete business you are doing in your country so that you will return after the visit? That should be shown to the consular officer. Then again, if you are, as long as you are through with all this, you are going to apply online electronically on the US website of Department of State. That is where you apply. The is ceac.gov. Sorry, ceac.state.gov. www.ceac.state.gov. That is the website. And you are going to apply for the form called DS-160. That is a form for non-immigrant visa. If you're applying for a permanent visa, that is an immigrant visa, you're going to fill a different form. But as long as your visit is temporary, then you are going to fill this form, DS-160. And in that particular form, after filling it, you're going to schedule for interview. And in that schedule, you keep to it. And then the consular officer or immigration officer in charge will now check you and they interview you. And then again, while filling this form, you make sure you have a passport already. And that your passport should be valid for a period of at least 6 months beyond the date you say you're going to come back. You should not have a passport that will expire in 1 month, say you're going to US. Your passport should have at least validity of 6 months beyond that date you say you come back. Your visit will expire. And you should also keep ready a passport photograph. And here I'm talking about passport size photograph of about 5 cm by 5 cm or 2 inches by 2 inches, taken within the last 6 months. and that passport should be in your normal clothing. The passport should be taken against white background, a white background, or a kind of a neutral background, or kind of white background. That should be the background of the passport. And you should have a neutral face expression. You keep your face the normal way you keep your face. We don't wear eyeglasses in such photo. We don't wear a cap or hat in such photo. But you can wear a religious clothing that you normally wear. You can wear it. If you use hearing aids regularly, you can wear it to take such photo. Then you're also going to pay money. Yes, you are going to pay in the embassy. You are going to pay a non-refundable fee in your local currency. The embassy in your country will tell you to pay because there is a fixed amount you pay in different countries. You must pay that one. It's a non-refundable money. And all applicants should pay that money, including children. Everybody should pay refundable, non-transferable visa fee. The receipt you used to pay that money should be included. They are going to direct you once this process. And then again, after this, you schedule appointment for interview. And when you schedule appointment for interview, then you are going to have these things I'm going to mention now. Don't fail to go with it for interview. That is your passport number. And that particular money you paid, the receipt they give you, we have what they call CGI reference number on that receipt. You can go with the receipt, and that number must be in your correspondence, in everything you do. And you also have a 10-digit barcode, because when you submit that application, DS-116, the system will give you a barcode, a number. This number is specific to you. This number is a reference number. It's like your registration number. So this number should be used in your any interaction with the embassy in connection with this visa. Then you now visit the embassy on the date of the interview, and then provide all those informations. And then again, remember that the consular officers will check you thoroughly. They are going to check all your documents individually. In fact, you are going to be, it's like you are facing a jury. You are going to be judged. They are going to find out your specific situation, your family situation, your long-range plans, and other things within your country. Never you, at any time, provide false documents. If you provide false documents, you'll be blacklisted. You may find it difficult to go to US in the future because you are going to be blacklisted. You become ineligible. And also, while doing that, since you are going for temporary visit, you are going to bring your current proof of income. Yes. What are you doing currently? What is your business? Tax payments, property, business ownership. What are they? Present them. They want to see it. What is your travel itinerary? You go to US. Are you going to visit other states in the US? Where will your visit stop? All those things should be indicated. Then if your employer is sending you for US, your employer gave you permission to travel. What letter is there from your employer? And the employer will indicate how long you have been working with him, that they recommended your travel, and this and that. This should be in the letter. Then if you're visiting a relative in the US, then the name of the relative should be indicated. And what is his, and the proof is a number, his passport, his visa number. Is he already in the US? Does the person have a valid visa? The photocopy of the visa should be included. Does the person have a green card? The photocopy of the green card should be indicated. Is the person a citizen by naturalization? The certificate has to be included. So based on your visit, pertinent document must be there. Okay, are you going to US for medical treatment? If so, what medical diagnosis was done by a physician? What are you suffering from? Is there a diagnosis done by a local physician in your country indicating that you have a problem and you need help outside the country? That is what should be done. Also, there should be a letter from the physician in the United States indicating that you have corresponded with them and you are coming there for treatment and are willing to accept and treat you. Such letter will also be included. Also, We also give them a proof of our ability to pay the bill. So all I have discussed so far, you can see you can go to US temporarily. It's not a difficult task, but you should be prepared to answer those questions. First and foremost, what are you going there to do? For tourism, whatever. What are your destinations? Do you have the money? You should prove all those things. In that case, you will not waste your money, waste your effort. After all this, you will not get the visa. Because if you make a mistake, if you don't follow these things seriously, they will not grant you your visa. If you need more information, go to my channel. I have other resources how you can go to the US.